Prince Harry and Meghan Markle demands the royal family do what? Hey guys, today we're going to talk about how Prince Harry and Meghan Markle demands the royal family do what? Let's get right into it. Following the release of their new Netflix documentary series, Prince Harry and Meghan Markle are reportedly demanding a meeting with the royal family and an apology for the alleged treatment they received. According to the Sunday Times, the couple recently requested a sit-down summit with their British royal family to address their grievances. The royal family's formal apology to the estranged couple is reportedly the meeting's goal. A reconciliation is being sought ahead of King Charles' coronation in May, which both Harry and Meghan are expected to attend. A source said to be close to Harry and Meghan said, "Nothing like that was ever done when Harry and Meghan raised various concerns. No meeting, formal apology, or taking responsibility or accountability." The source then added, "That is hard to swallow. 100% yes, they'd like to have a meeting." The request for a meeting and an apology comes just days after the couple released a documentary detailing their alleged mistreatment by both the royal family and the British public. Harry and Meghan on Netflix is said to include fresh accusations of racism against the couple's family. A source reportedly told The Sun while speaking on the documentary before it was released at the beginning of December, "Some of the comments made by Harry and Meghan are fiery." The source then added, "The topic of racism is discussed, plus claims that some royals oppose the marriage. The whole TV project is very driven by Meghan." The source continued, "The narrative is that Harry had to be removed from his family, in which he felt neglected. Mental health features too, and discussions about Harry having therapy over the loss of his mother and his father's relationship with Camilla." According to sources speaking to the Sunday Times, despite Harry and Meghan's demands, their proposed meeting is unlikely to take place. According to a senior palace source, if Harry and Meghan want to get in touch with the king, they know where he lives. Another source reportedly shot down the idea that a sit-down meeting would result in the royal family issuing a formal apology. Meanwhile, King Charles sees the Netflix docuseries as a disgraceful betrayal of trust, an unwelcome distraction in the short term, and very hurtful to the family. The source added, "Most sensible people will see it for what it is: self-indulgent, one-sided, and exploitative. I'm sure Harry will come to regret it unless he's lost to the world." Despite their strained relationship with the royal family, Harry and Meghan are reportedly still invited to King Charles' coronation ceremony. Furthermore, the Sunday Times reported that Harry and Meghan want their own apology after Lady Susan Hussey met with charity boss Ngozi Fulani at Buckingham Palace for reconciliation talks. The 83-year-old, who served the late Queen for 6 decades and is Prince William's godmother, stepped down from her honorary role with immediate effect after Miss Fulani tweeted about how at a royal reception, Lady Susan repeatedly asked her, "Where do you really come from?" The scandal prompted Lady Susan to step down, and an intervention from Prince William, with his office criticising his godmother's unacceptable comments and saying racism has no place in our society. Lady Susan apologised to Miss Fulani in person, which she accepted, before the pair agreed to rebuild their lives in peace following the distressing ordeal. However, the episode appears to have irritated Harry and Meghan, who are now reportedly demanding a sit-down with the royal family to address their own issues, many of which were aired in the 6-part bombshell Netflix documentary this week, which many saw as an unprecedented attack on the firm. According to The Sun, the royal family is confused about this. One reporter said, "The king does not want to get involved in a public tit-for-tat," with another asking, "Who's apologizing to whom?" Meanwhile, Meghan Markle and Prince Harry's new Netflix project is set to debut this month. The Duke and Duchess of Sussex are executive producers of Live to Lead, a documentary series premiering on December 31st. Appearing in the trailer, Prince Harry says, "This was inspired by Nelson Mandela, who once said, 'What counts in life is not the mere fact that we have lived.'" Meghan then continues, "It is what difference we have made to the lives of others that will determine the significance of the life we lead. Leaders and activists will reflect on their legacies and share messages of courage, compassion, humility, and hope in the series." It will include interviews with the late United States Supreme Court Associate Justice Ruth Bader Ginsburg, climate change activist Greta Thunberg, social justice attorney and advocate Brian Stevenson, New Zealand Prime Minister Jacinda Ardern, South Africa's national rugby union team captain and campaigner Siya Kolisi, feminist activist Gloria Steinem, and anti-apartheid activist and former Justice of the South African Constitutional Court, Albie Sachs. The announcement comes just days after Harry and Meghan, the couple's docuseries, debuted on Netflix, becoming the streaming service's biggest documentary debut ever with 81.55 million viewing hours. The couple discussed their love story as well as their time as working members of the royal family and why they decided to leave their royal roles to start a new life in California. In September 2020, Meghan and Harry signed a multi-year deal with Netflix. The New York Times reported at the time that the couple's production company, later renamed Archwell Productions, would create documentaries, docuseries, feature films, scripted shows, and children's programming exclusively for the platform. That's all for today, and we'll be sure to catch you all in the next one.